It's Justin Dallum in the goal between the pipes for the Vikings.
Yeah, last week I liked what I saw from Dallum early on. He made some big saves against the Buckeyes. I liked his position in net. But today he's going to need some help from his defense. This Irish offense is a powerhouse. They're going to really have to come together to make sure they slow the game down.
The engineer of that powerhouse, Kevin Corrigan, in his 37th season as head coach of the Irish.
Coach Corrigan, obviously a lacrosse legend. And when we spoke to him earlier this week too, Jack, I liked how he talked about how this is a new season. While it's great to go back-to-back, it's time to start a new season and be focused on the present.
That new season officially underway for the Irish. Will Lynch, the outstanding face-off man, wins it, and Notre Dame has early possession. Here is Richie Ardelli with it to the near side. Irish get it into the Viking half. Irish so good on offense last season. This is the freshman Picorni. Coach Corrigan said he's going to take on a big role this season, especially early. Kavanaugh with it now. Irish searching for some room. Shot. No good, but it will stay with Notre Dame. Kavanaugh with it at X now. Kavanaugh spins. Nice pass, looking for Taylor in front of the net there, couldn't corral it. Here's a shot that goes just wide. But it will stay with the Irish again.
That was a nice way to attack the net with the two-man game before Kavanaugh. As you mentioned, Taylor was open on the crease. Missed that pass, but at least backed up the shot here.
That's where you'll find Taylor a lot. Here's Kavanaugh whipping around and scores. And it's an early 1-0 lead for Notre Dame as Chris Kavanaugh nets his first goal of the season. Take a look at it here.
Kavanaugh looks like he has a screen. And really there's just no help defense coming from the Vikings. Going lefty above GLE. And buries it for the first goal today.
Kavanaugh, 81 points a season ago, 44 goals, 37 assists. Off to a hot start in 2025. It'll be Lynch again, trying to win the faceoff for Notre Dame, and does. So the Irish 2 for 2 as we're just getting started from South Bend. Finds Kavanaugh again. This one played toward the middle of the field. This is Ben Ramsey with it, the outstanding senior midfielder, All-American, captain, leads the team out with the bagpipes pregame in a Irish tradition. Kavanaugh with it now. Kavanaugh fakes the shot, spin. Taylor in front of the net, puts it away. Jake Taylor, outstanding around the crease, one of the best finishers in the country, and he's on the board early for the Fighting Irish.
This time you see the Vikings defense start to collapse. And Taylor on the backside, he finds an opening, and give credit to Kavanaugh feeding the ball here. Goes through the defense, finds Taylor where he's lethal.
So 2 points already for Chris Kavanaugh, a goal already for Jake Taylor, who had 5 of them last year against Cleveland State. Taylor outstanding, as we mentioned, in and around the crease, one of the best in the country.
And he does it in so many different ways. Right there was a traditional shot you'd see from the crease, but he's great going behind the back, around the world. And so he has anything in his arsenal, really, to finish.
Irish have so many players that can hurt you. Excellent attack, really good in the midfield. So really, really a tough team to play against. And no surprise, they are back-to-back national champions, as Cleveland State controls it for the first time today. Vikings coming off a 14-4 loss to Ohio State their last time out. This is their second game of the season, first for the Fighting Irish. They possess it now, trying to cut this lead to 2-1 here in the first period. Here's a shot, and that's a nice save by Richie Urdelli. So a good start for him. And here come the Irish the other way.
That was a nice shot by Amiri Austin. Down at the other end, a better save by Richie Urdelli.
Irish still fighting for possession here. Cleveland State trying to take it away. Ball still loose, and a nice ground ball pickup. That was Griffin Valley, the sophomore defender for the Vikings.
And Jack, you talked about the ground ball there. That's a game that if you're Cleveland State, you want to win tonight. Those ground ball battles. Playing hard and aggressive. Making sure that really you get the ball away from your defensive end. Back to the offensive side.
Get the sense that if they want to keep this game close, they're going to need every 50-50 ball you could possibly get. Cleveland State still controlling it now, though. 40 seconds now on the shot clock, halfway expired. That was Jacob Lubrant with it. Searching. Cleveland State trying to work it around for a good look, but cannot. The Irish so good defensively last season. Just under 9 goals a game allowed. As they say, another takeaway for the Irish, and they'll run to the other end. Here's a nice pass, and a shot and goal. Jake Taylor, number 2 of the day. Take a look at it here. This was just an excellent sequence all around. Ben Ramsey started it for the Irish, and Jake Taylor finished it.
Yeah, starting on the defensive end. They get the stop. Ramsey brings the ball down. Taylor in the right position at the right time, throws a quick little fake, freezes the goalie for a moment, and gets his second today.
And Brian, you and I were talking about that. Jake Taylor, when he's that close around the net, it's like a good big in basketball. Just got to dunk it.
And he does it every time. His accuracy, I believe he was top 2 or 3 last year in shooting percentage in the country.
An excellent finisher. Not a guy with a ton of range, but a guy that if you get him that ball in and around the crease, it's going to end up in the back of the net. Irish win another face-off. That's now 3 wins in 4 attempts for Will Lynch. That was McLean with it, off for Kavanaugh. Working it around. And a nice save there from the Vikings.
An important save, too. That was a good look for the Irish. Dalen needs some of that confidence. He makes the save. And the first couple of possessions for the Vikings haven't been too bad. They've possessed it, they've worked the ball around, and they got off a couple quality shots. Just haven't buried it.
Flag is out now. There on the far side. We'll see what that's for momentarily. Vikings trying to get something going here offensively. It's been tough sledding in the first couple minutes. Like we said, though, Irish an excellent defensive team. Here's a nice move, shot and score. A great start. That's Xander Johnson, the redshirt sophomore from Lancaster, Pennsylvania, putting that one away. And a fancy move to go with it.
Johnson starting that dodge at X. Has a short stick on him. Swims the next defender. And puts the Vikings on the scoreboard.
Just an excellent move from Xander Johnson, and some life here from Cleveland State early. It's his first goal of the year in this young season. Irish win another face-off. Here's a nice dodge. Here's a shot from Kavanaugh, and a nice save. Dalem got on top of that one. Still loose. Now we'll get a penalty here, so it will go with the Vikings. Now a turnover. Here's a shot, saved again. And here come the Vikings looking to go the other way. This is Urker to the far side. Robertson with it now. Robertson, so good a season ago, led the team with 28 goals. But he gets this off for Xander Johnson, who has the lone goal for the Vikings so far in this one. Just over 7 minutes to play here in this first quarter. Here comes Van Voris. This one's picked up near midfield. Johnson with it. Johnson looking. Finds Van Voris. Now this one off to the near side. Flag comes out. And it'll be a quick call. That was Ben Ramsey, the All-American, picking up the foul there.
Again, you find the Vikings offense really slowing it down, using up the shot clock, and this time drawing the penalty. Getting pushed on the ground, leaves them with a man-up opportunity.
That was Jacob Lubrant going down there. Irish were solid defending the man up a season ago. Bring back a number of gifted backline defenders. As here's a nice shot that scores. Boy, that was a rocket from Amiri Austin. And with just over 6 minutes left to go in the first quarter, it's Notre Dame 3, but Cleveland State fighting 3. Welcome back to the Loftus Sports Center, where it's been some early surprise here as Cleveland State trails Notre Dame just 3-2 and has an opportunity here to tie the game after winning the faceoff.
And that's another battle today that Cleveland State wants to keep even, is that faceoff X.
Going to be hard to do, as you mentioned, against Will Lynch, who won 61.2% of his faceoffs last year, 4th best mark in the country. Here's some good defense from this vaunted Irish back line. Austin with it. Gets it out wide. This one's deflected and will stay with the Vikings. Tell you what, Brian, a lot of life early from the Viking bench, the Viking players on the field. A lot of belief here.
There is, and that man-up goal by Austin a moment ago just added to that. And that's going to be important to capitalize on those chances if you have EMO opportunities just like that one.
That was a nice save by Rich Yardelli and a nice outlet pass to get the break started. Here's a shot. A little high, but will stay with Notre Dame. That was Kavanaugh on the shot attempt.
And that's the thing about this Irish offense. They're quick, and they want to play up tempo, and they got the guys to do it. So even though it was a long defensive possession, had a quick shot there on the offensive side.
Coach Corrigan mentioning that's something they want to emphasize this season. Here's a shot and a goal. Chris Kavanaugh, second one of the game. And a nice assist from Busenkel.
It is fun watching this Irish offense play. They play together so well. This time, Busenkel drives down the alley, keeps his head up, and Kavanaugh on that far side post just quick sticks it.
Kavanaugh always in and around these scoring opportunities for Notre Dame, be it as the man who sets it up or the man who finishes it.
And he can finish it from outside or like we see there on the doorstep.
Been involved with every Irish score so far, 2 goals and 2 assists, as Notre Dame's got 4 on the board here. Irish win another faceoff. Here comes Finley. Irish at X, Kavanaugh. Harris with it, junior attacker. Kavanaugh again, nice pass, and it goes off the bar. Will stay with Notre Dame. Kavanaugh will trigger for the Fighting Irish. Here comes Kavanaugh. Finds Maharis. Maharis looking, shooting, and this one high. Finley there, though, and it'll stay with Notre Dame. 45 on the shot clock. Finley. Looking. Kavanaugh eventually collects. Finley the screen. Stick is loose. Here's a shot and a goal. Jake Taylor. The assist from Chris Kavanaugh. So dynamic duo here early for Notre Dame as they've built themselves a 3-goal lead with just under 3 minutes to play in the first quarter. Cleveland State, meanwhile, winning that face-off. They'll look to cut the lead again. Lubrin. Dumped off. Here's Van Voris. Over for Adair. Adair still with it at X. Trying to make something happen, can't. Van Voris looking, shooting, wide. Light is there for the Irish, and it'll be Notre Dame possession. That was excellent defense there. Richie Urdelli with it. Nice job to catch that amidst the contact. Here comes McLean. Looking. Taylor behind the back. Nearly had it. Kavanaugh collects, though.
Again, that unsettled offense and that fast pace. Gets the defensive stand, finds Taylor on the crease, goes behind the back and hits pipe.
Been really effective today for the Irish. Here's a shot. Saved. That was Will Angrick with the shot. But it was Dallin with another nice save. Dallin's got it now. Looking to the far side. This is excellent defense here. And this one's picked up by the Irish. That was Will Donovan, the other All-American defender for Notre Dame, doing a nice job there. Here come the Irish again with pace in transition. This one's played to the outside. Here's a shot. It was a little high. But Angrick is there. Angrick, the sophomore from Bethesda, Maryland. Here's Kavanaugh again with it. Will possess the ball a ton for the Irish. Maharis looking, shooting, off the top bar. Taylor. Finds Berman. Behrman, excuse me. Maharis scores for the Irish. 6-2 as time expires in the first period. take a look at the goal at the end of the first quarter. It was Jake Taylor again, his 4th of the period.
Yeah, Taylor on the crease. Can't tell if that went in and hit a bottom bar and popped back out.
Officials will take a look at it here. We'll continue to show you some angles. Tough to tell from this angle here whether or not that crosses the line.
I think that's a goal. It looks like it goes in the cage. Again, hits that bottom bar inside and pops right back out.
If it is, it's a phenomenal start for Jake Taylor. 4 goals in the first period as we show you another look here, this time really slowed down.
The net moves, so maybe that hit crossbar went down and the net moved.
Officials still taking a look at this one. Was ruled a goal on the field. Oh, definitely looks like it goes in from that angle there. Looks like it hits the... Excuse me, was not ruled a goal on the field. So it would have to be conclusive video evidence to be able to overturn this one, although it certainly looks like from that angle that this will be a goal.
Yeah, especially that last angle, it does look like it is a goal.
In any case, though, 5-2 or 6-2, it's a lead for Notre Dame at the end of the first quarter. This lead at this point.
Overall, yes. You know, you're putting up 6 goals in the first quarter. I would say one thing on the defensive side, you know, the Vikings are having the ball in time of possession a little bit more than maybe I'd like.
Get back to that shortly. Officials coming out to make a ruling. And they do rule it a goal. So it'll be 6-2 Notre Dame here at the end of the first quarter. Jake Taylor's 4th goal of the night. Just a phenomenal start for the Irish offensively. They'll put 4.2 back on the clock for the faceoff. How about Jake Taylor offensively thus far?
Yeah, he's just a monster at the crease position. If he's not the best right now, he's up there, especially with the current landscape. And he's a great box player, too. He has quick hands. He can finish, rather, with guys around him and from the outside. He's just fun to watch.
Had 8 goals against Michigan a season ago, so one to watch here to see if he can match that number with 4 in the first quarter. Meanwhile, here's the face-off. It's Will Lynch with 4.2 seconds left. Here's a shot and a goal. How about putting that one away? It's... Ooh. We welcome you back to Loftus Sports Center. It's Notre Dame controlling another faceoff. They end the first quarter up 7-2. Second quarter just underway.
Yeah, finished that first quarter with Hagstrom at the X. You know, 4 seconds left on the clock. It's tough to get a goal in that time, but he did it.
Quick face-off win, and then a nice shot to get it past Dallum, who's been actually outstanding tonight, even though he's given up 7 goals here in the first period.
He has a similar start to, again, that Ohio State Buckeyes game. But the amount of shots he's seeing, if that continues, it's going to be hard for the Vikings to fight back.
Notre Dame continuing to apply pressure here. Here's a shot from Taylor. That's deflected. He's already got 4 goals tonight. Cleveland State running the other way. Drew Graves. This is Hickey with it. Finds Grayson Dog. Austin now. Searching. And we'll get an illegal screen. So Notre Dame will possess. Here come the Irish. Kavanaugh. This is Maharis with it. Seymour. Looking. Kavanaugh. Maharis. Finley. Kavanaugh scores! Another point for Chris Kavanaugh. 6 on the night now. 3 goals, 3 assists.
And that's a spot on the field that Kavanaugh likes. You see him plant his feet. The slide comes late. He has plenty enough time to get the shot off, and that's just too easy. With a guy like Kavanaugh in that distance, you got to have a man on him.
That shot, an absolute rocket. Little chance for any goalie to save that one. Cleveland State wins the faceoff. They'll look to cut into this lead. Austin with it now. Still searching. That was Tyler Buckner defending. Austin working on Buckner again. Austin looking, firing, and long. Nice defense there for Tyler Buckner. Notre Dame will possess this one. Buckner, one of 3 football and lacrosse players on the team. Here's Ramsey with it. Kavanaugh. Looking. Irish so methodical on offense.
Yeah, they slowed it down here to get their first line middies in.
And another goal, 9-2. That time it was Brock Behrman, the freshman attacker from Macedonia, Ohio.
Showing the depth on offense. You got Behrman who steps in at attack. The feed from Angrick. And the slides are just too late.
First career goal for Brock Behrman, the freshman, and a nice one as he puts the Irish up 9-2 early in the second period here. Here's another goal for Notre Dame. The avalanche continues. That's Hagstrom, the graduate faceoff man. And Notre Dame pouring it on now, 10-2 with just over 11 minutes to go in the second quarter.
And Hagstrom does it again. Wins the faceoff out in front. And this time the defense doesn't recover. Puts it on the offside hip of Dalem and gets his second today.
Second today, second of the season. Irish control another face-off. This is Hagstrom again. Finding Richie Urdelli. Such a luxury for the Irish to have 2 excellent face-off men in Will Lynch and Hagstrom.
Yeah, depth there as well. We mentioned defense earlier. We saw offense a moment ago. But yeah, don't forget about the face-off X.
Depth across the board, really, for this Fighting Irish team. Coach Kevin Corrigan telling us it's such a luxury to have depth that really forces you to find ways to play them. Here's a fight for a ground ball that Cleveland State will come away with. Nice job to corral that. Vikings look to run. But excellent job from Notre Dame to quell that attack, as here's a turnover. Kavanaugh eventually picks this one up. Notre Dame will reset offensively.
Resetting, bringing the first line. Middies in.
Irish will go 3 lines deep at the midfield and have excellent depth at that position.
They do as well. On the second line, you got a guy like Finley. Big player. Replaces someone like Dobson from last year. Also have Seymour Maharis making up the final 2 there on that midi line. But the offense here, obviously, first line, you got McLean, Angrick, and Buzenkel.
Looking for a window here. This one's deflected and picked up. Cleveland State looking for any life here. It's been a run from the Irish of 7 straight goals after Cleveland State cut it to 3-2 early in the first quarter. Van Voris now looking. Still searching. Here's a shot. Nice save by Richie Urdelli. Here's Light with it now. Light back to Richie Urdelli. Irish get it up the field quick. Buzenkel. Maharis. That was Seymour dropping it off for Finley. Here's a shot and a goal. Quick conference here from the referees. We'll see if it's a crease violation. They say no goal. So would have been the first career goal for Picorni, but they call it a crease violation.
Great find by Finley. But Picorni just got too close and might have had his toes on the line there.
I could see there maybe a little bit of that foot on the red of the crease. So Cleveland State will possess now with just over 7.5 to go in the second quarter.
And if you're the Vikings, you want to slow it down. I know you're down by 8 here, but you've been playing a lot of defense recently. Use that shot clock. Take up some time and get your offense in rhythm.
That's Berkey finding Robertson at X, who tries to get it over to Van Voris. That's Alex Van Voris, 66, brother of Adam Van Voris, number 4. Still has it now. Trying to get through this stifling defense. Here's a nice pass. Big hit. Oh, man. Stays with Cleveland State, but a massive hit out there on the near side.
Ramsey just lowering his shoulder, knocking the ball loose.
This one's high and wide. Let's take a look at the hit here.
Coming from X. Ramsey again just lowers his shoulder and gets him in his chest. If that was higher, you might see a flag drawn. But because of where he hit him, stayed legal.
That's as big of a legal hit as you're going to see. Irish playing physical here. They possess it now. can see there, Ramsey, a preseason first-team All-American, as you mentioned, one of 2 for the Fighting Irish on the defensive end. Irish looking to extend their lead. Here's a shot and a goal. Busenkel puts it away. The junior midfielder extends the Irish lead to 11-2. Take a look at this here from Busenkel, just under 6 minutes to go in the second quarter, and another rocket from Notre Dame. 11-2, Fighting Irish. We'll be back, but you'd be remiss to not include a chapter about the Kavanaghs. A huge space in the Notre Dame record book.
Especially this last decade. All 3 of these guys have dominated here at Notre Dame, starting with Matty Ice. Then you got Pat Kavanaugh joining the PLL last year, and Chris Kavanaugh today.
Kavanaugh having himself a game. Matt Kavanaugh not quite with the Kevin Corrigan headshot, but close as he dominated in the mid-2010s for the Fighting Irish. That's now 10 face-off wins for the Fighting Irish, so an excellent area for them thus far, as they were last season. Well, here comes Cleveland State with possession, as the Vikings step out of bounds there. Kavanaugh will push for the Irish. Just under 5 minutes to play now in the second quarter. Irish lead Cleveland State 11-2. Work it to the near side here. Here's a shot, high and wide. That was Busenkel looking for his second of the night.
It was a nice split dodge. Brought the defender away from the net. Went back to the middle of the field. You'd like to see him fire that shot off sooner. I think if so, he wouldn't have gotten it checked.
This is Angrick with it now for the Irish. Finding Kavanaugh. Ball working around quickly here for the Irish. Nice dodge. Here's a shot and a goal. Number 5 for Jake Taylor. As we'll take a look at the goal here.
Starting with the dodge and drawing the double team. Taylor again finds that open space. And the Vikings just don't have an answer for him right now. It could be time to consider, how do we lock him off and maybe slide adjacent and not necessarily from the crease.
I mean, you can't say enough about his goal-scoring prowess tonight. He's got nearly half of the goals for Notre Dame, 5 already. Irish lead 12-2 with 4 minutes to play in the second quarter. And they control another face-off and push the pace. Here's a shot. Nice save. Dalem has seen a ton of traffic there between the pipes, but has done an okay job thus far. This one sent to the near side.
It shows the type of player he is, the fact he just made that save. A moment ago, he let one in. This time, a high percentage shot and stops him.
Irish win back possession again with some stout defense. There's a nice spin move. That's Gallagher. Still looking. Finding Finley. Finley spinning. And we will get a timeout from Notre Dame.
Always had his head up and always played aggressive.
Captain this season, real leader for this Notre Dame team. And like we said, statistically, he was really important for the Fighting Irish last year, but maybe morphing into a different role this season.
Right, he'll still continue to score and attack the net and feed the ball, but that leadership role now, how does he impact the locker room, right? How does he show up in practice, and whether he's that vocal leader or does he lead by example? Either way, he can grow in those areas this year.
Coach Corrigan had some interesting thoughts on the leadership this season, saying that with 25 seniors and graduate students last season, these guys maybe didn't have the natural evolution of leadership, but Chris Kavanaugh and Ben Ramsey have been generous in including others in that leadership process and in growing as leaders.
And it speaks to the culture of this team, right? It starts with the coaches and how they set the tone there. It gets to the leaders that were here at Notre Dame before and have left, but it's still present. And you could tell just how they work together on offense and as a defense.
Absolutely. Not only is it visible in the culture of the team, but it's visible in how they play on the field, as it's another goal for the Fighting Irish. Make it 13-2. That's Jalen Seymour putting that away. We will take a look at it here.
Seymour getting his first goal. And again, just a late slide. It was a great find. Pass through the defense. Just a step down. Time and room. And gets it past Alem.
That's his first goal of the season. Seymour, the senior from Melville, New York, went to St. Anthony's High School, someone that's been a part of the team for both the title runs in 2023 and 2024, one of those leaders this year. As we'll get a penalty, and the Irish will possess again. Brian, is there an adjustment you would make if you're Cleveland State defensively here? Is there an adjustment you can make?
Well, the one I mentioned earlier, just locking up Taylor, right? Maybe you switch to a zone, or maybe you just lock him off and then slide elsewhere, slide from the adjacents. But with Notre Dame and how they're moving the ball, right? They're throwing skip passes and finding the backside teammate. It's going to be tough because they're so deep and anyone can really score for the Irish.
Here's Kavanaugh searching. Finley. Seymour. Back for Kavanaugh. Surveying. Behind the back and scores. Jake Taylor is unstoppable. 6 goals in the first half.
And Jack, we talked about his creativity. Kavanaugh finds him on the crease. Then Taylor feels that presence, that slide is coming. And goes behind the back. And behind the back from that distance is tough. You need some power and velocity. And then the placement just stings that bottom left corner.
We mentioned earlier Jake Taylor might not have the range of some other guys on the team. He's really trying to shut us up here.
He is.
There's a scrum on the near side there. And it'll be a penalty. So Will.
Not on him. He goes BTB and gets his 6th goal.
Take a look at the stats here. Chris Kavanaugh, 3 goals, 4 assists, 7 points on the night. Mentioned earlier, moved into 6th place in career points at Notre Dame. Jake Taylor, 6 goals, his 4th career game with 6 or more.
And a couple seasons ago, I don't know if Chris Kavanaugh would be as balanced as he is with 3 goals and 4 assists. But last year, again, he really grew into that role. And tonight, he's continuing to feed the ball well.
Here's Cleveland State now looking for some life offensively. Nice save by Richie Urdelli, who's having himself a nice game so far.
He is, and that's important, right? Game 1, you want to make sure you come in, you get some confidence and make some saves. Obviously, the Irish have had a couple of scrimmage before this, but in the game is different. And so it's good seeing him make some saves.
Absolutely. Another turnover at Cleveland State. Irish run the other way. Ramsey with it now. Searching. Kavanaugh. Another assist for Chris Kavanaugh. Irish lead 15-2.
Chris Kavanaugh with the vision. But before that, Notre Dame defense stands tall, gets their stick in the passing lane, And then it's a transition game. You got Chris Kavanaugh off the dodge. Finds the freshman and buries that low to high.
That's Brady Picorni. He's someone that this staff is really excited about. Was a highly touted recruit and somebody that Coach Corrigan told us is going to make a real impact this season as a freshman.
And you could tell already, I mean, especially being a lefty at attack, that helps. It offsets to having all righties. You can balance things out a little bit more. And there's a sharpshooter, too.
That his first career goal for the Fighting Irish, one I'm sure Coach Corrigan hopes is the first of many. Meanwhile, here's Cleveland State. Van Voris. Here's a shot and a goal. Brendan Hickey, the freshman attackman, puts that one away and gets Cleveland State on the board for the first time in a while.
Vikings with the much-needed goal. Going from one freshman attackman at ND to another here with Hickey.
Hickey, the freshman from Westchester Township, Ohio, had 2 goals against Ohio State in their last one out, so making a difference here in his first 2 games.
And he's versatile. Those 2 goals against Ohio State, one of them he was dodging, another one was on man up. Here today, you know, places that 5-hole with defenders on him, so he's a versatile player and has a bright future.
20 seconds remain now in the half. Irish will look to tack on one more before they head to the locker room. Kavanaugh. Probing. Here's a shot. Taylor. This one's loose. Picked up by the Vikings. This one just dumped down into the...
Facts with Hagstrom scoring. It's tough to compete with a team when you're first and second line and even third line, if you dip into that from the midfield, can do damage.
Absolutely. Talk about that depth. 5 preseason All-Americans for Notre Dame. 5 players on the preseason All-ACC team. That's Chris Kavanaugh and Jake Taylor, a dynamic duo for Notre Dame tonight.
And Taylor's actually 2 goals away from setting his own record in goals in a game.
This one's still loose. Eventually picked up by the Irish. Here's a shot, save. Nice job there. Dalem's made a couple excellent saves tonight, that one of them. Cleveland State runs the other way, looking for some momentum out of the break. Austin with it now. He had an early goal for the Vikings. Been quiet since, though. Lubrin searching. Finds Austin. Was working on Donovan there. Now Lubrin. Donovan defends. Lubrin for Austin. Here's a shot, and this one goes wide. Will stay with Cleveland State.
A nice offensive possession for the Vikings, and that's a shot that Austin can make.
10 seconds now on the shot clock. Vikings got to make something happen. This is good defense, though, at X. Great defense by the Irish. This one's still loose. 3 on the shot clock. And the shot clock's going to expire. Just suffocating defense back behind the net there.
There's almost nothing you can really do with that type of defense. You had the good look from Austin up top. He sent that wide. But the defense for Notre Dame right now is really holding the Vikings from getting anything going.
Flag came out in transition. Irish will go man up eventually. This is Busenkel, had a goal in the first half. Here's a shot. Nice save there. Dalem, another good stop, but will get a penalty against the Vikings. Take a look at it here.
Yeah, cross check right to the head. Easy flag. And now Notre Dame will have a man-up opportunity.
One of the rare ones where the player knows it. No argument there on that one.
Yeah, not going to fight that.
That was Ethan Brooks, the sophomore attackman from Powell, Ohio, picking up the foul there. So Irish will have a man-up opportunity. Content to work it around here. Taylor spinning and scoring. Number 7 for Jake Taylor. Converts the man up for the Irish.
And watch the move by Taylor. He gets the feed, steps in, protects really his body from the defenders behind him. And then you see Dalem come try to stop him, but he places that far side. Gets his 7th today.
Pretty move, and not even his best move of the day. But his 7th goal puts the Irish up 16-3 in the 3rd quarter. Deluge continues inside and outside of the Loftus Sports Complex. Cleveland State controls the face-off, though. Get a procedure here, and it will go with Notre Dame. Irish searching. Here's another goal. It's Jeffrey Ricciardelli with that one. The senior attackman from New Canaan, brother of Thomas Ricciardelli, who's in goal today. Everybody getting on the board for the Irish.
You normally see Ricciardelli on the crease. This time, though, with the lefty shot, the pass coming, that's just motion offense, just keeping the ball moving.
We've seen so much of that today. First goal of the season for Ricciardelli. It just never looks difficult for Notre Dame.
It hasn't yet. Everything looks too easy right now on the offensive end. And then we talked about offense a lot, but defense as well. I mean, holding them to 3 goals.
That was the area in which Notre Dame really excelled during their run to the national championship last season. Held 7 of its last 8 opponents to single-digit goal totals on the way to the championship. So that defense looking to be as good this year. Nothing going there for the Vikings, so they'll reset. 45 on the shot clock. Van Voris with it now. Van Voris looking for anything, but can't find any room. That's Adair with it. Finding Van Voris. This one's loose. 10 on the shot clock. Picked up by Notre Dame. So another good defensive possession from the Irish.
Could be back-to-back there, really forcing the Vikings to take up that shot clock.
And again, with Notre Dame's All-American defenders, it's one thing to see it. It's one thing to say it, and it's another to see it. And we're seeing it right now.
And Notre Dame winning that ground ball battle, just playing more physical and more hungry.
Corny with it. Now it's Maharis. Finds Picorni. Looking for Taylor. McCorney, wrap around. Kavanaugh. Looking. That was Maharis that collected that one. Back with McCorney. 15 on the shot clock now. This one's deflected and taken away by Cleveland State. Rare turnover from Chris Kavanaugh. Flag comes out. Big time pressure that time in their own half by Notre Dame. But Cleveland State eventually is able to work it into Irish territory. This is Austin with it now. Working on Maharis. Cleveland State just not able to find anything at the moment. Johnson shooting. This goes wide. And flag is still out, so will be a man-up opportunity for Cleveland State. We'll take a look at the penalty here.
Starting with that turnover. You got Notre Dame guys just collapsing on him. But he fights through. Maintains that possession as well. And so now you got an EMO opportunity for the Vikings, which they scored on with Amiri Austin earlier.
That was Fisher Finley going high with the stick there and picking up the penalty. Van Voris now. Johnson. Van Voris looking. Austin. Van Voris. Here's a shot. This one goes high. Will stay with Cleveland State though. 22 on the shot clock. Still a man up.
Last time they scored from up top. We'll see if that's also where they'll look to get it back to the center of the field. You see Amiri Austin creeping here.
Here's a low shot. This one goes off the bar. Good job there by Rich Yardelli and the rest of the Irish defense. This one flipped off. That's Alakwa with it now. Excuse me, that's Burmeister. Kavanaugh. Ridgeway controls. Irish looking to set something up here. Ridgeway. Burmeister. Behrman now. Behrman. Looking, here's a shot. Kavanaugh scores! So it's now 9 points for Chris Kavanaugh tonight. 18-3 Notre Dame. Well, when it rains, it pours, and it is pouring on Cleveland State right now. 18-3 with 6:42 to go in the third quarter. Welcome back to the Loftus Sports Center. Notre Dame leads Cleveland State 18-3. Notre Dame first game of the year, looking to become just the fourth team ever to win 3 straight national championships.
And they certainly have the pieces when you look at their roster. Again, the depth at all areas. I think that biggest area of growth or area you want to see Notre Dame make sure they dominate is that in the goalie position, right? Rich Yardelli's playing well here tonight. They lost a guy like Entenmann from last year, but I know Coach Corrigan has all the faith that he'll perform well.
Notable that the back-to-back-to-back national champions showed there. All happened in a span of 18 years. 3 consecutive national championships has not happened in 27 years, which probably speaks to the new level of parity in the sport with the new teams being introduced. So harder to do now. We'll see if Notre Dame is able to accomplish that. They're off to a good start tonight. Here's a spin. Here's a shot. Nice save, though. Still loose and eventually picked up by Cleveland State. Here is Cleveland State down the other end now. Hickey looking, finding Van Voris. Van Voris off for his brother. Cleveland State still looking for their first score of the half, and they get it right there. Adam Van Voris, the freshman from Columbus, Ohio, gets Cleveland State on the board in the second half.
And he starts that dodge up high, giving him enough space on the field to really get by his defender. And with that pressure on him, the freshman scores past Zepf.
Van Voris, first goal of the season, first goal of his career. Very talented freshman out of Columbus, someone that Cleveland State very excited about.
His older brother, Alex, has obviously been important to this program. And I'm sure Adam's looking to make a name for himself now.
And interesting to note, Cleveland State's still a very young program. Had their first season in just 2017, so still a program that's building. Chiardelli. Pass that one off for Ridgway. Here comes Burlace. Burlace, shot, nice save. Another strong effort from Dalem. Here's Behrman, though, back at X. Irish just probing. Burlace, Behrman. Back for Burlace. Bobbled it. Gets around and scores, though. We'll see if it counts. No, they call crease violation.
That was a fantastic move, but he might have stepped in the crease before getting pushed, which calls off that goal.
Looked like it was going to be a crafty finish there, but a very quick and definitive call from the official. So it'll stay 18-4 for the moment. Just over 3 minutes to play in this third quarter. Here's Van Voris passing it off for his brother again. A lot of Van Voris action on the Cleveland State end. That's a dare now. Working his way back around the net. Firing and scoring. Wow, nice finish from Will Adair, the redshirt sophomore from Cincinnati. So Cleveland State now with back-to-back goals.
And this time with Adair inverting behind the net. Sometimes you have a midi matchup that you like, you'll do that. Adair goes with his right hand, and as soon as he has that angle above GLE, he buries it.
Adair's first goal of the season. It's Cleveland State a second straight goal, but here come the Irish quickly. And this one put in. Richie Urdelli puts that one in the back of the net for the Irish. And they respond very quickly.
Very quickly and right off the face-off. We saw a couple goals earlier right off the face-off with Hagstrom. But this time they work together as a team. Just passing the ball around. An easy finish for Richie Urdelli.
So a good day for the Richie Urdelli so far. Jeffrey, goal there. Thomas having himself a nice game between the pipes. It's a procedure penalty. Be Cleveland State ball. Austin now. So Cleveland State maybe has found a little bit of rhythm here offensively after struggling for the first portion of this game. We'll see if they can build on some of that momentum.
And in a game like this, you know, when the score is 19-5, it is all about winning each next possession. So if you're Cleveland State, you're thinking about what you can do now, not worrying about what's happened already, and just continue to play the best you can.
Looked like there may have been a window there, but Cleveland State will look for a better one. That was Wyatt Robertson who maybe had a chance at that. Austin now. Here's a shot. Goes wide. Will stay with Cleveland State.
It's difficult to know if Austin's a righty or lefty. I mean, earlier I know he ripped one up top as a righty, and there, lefty on the run, looked too smooth.
Been an impact player for the Vikings today, even though they face a big deficit. He's been a positive for them. Here's a shot and a goal. So Cleveland State coming alive here. That's Jacob Lubrin, the senior midfielder. And it's 19-6 now with a minute and a half to play in the third quarter.
Again, the Vikings go with an invert, having a short stick on Lubrin. And that's a tough angle, or a tough shot, rather. Your momentum's bringing you upfield. You want to shoot back where you were, but he got enough power on it.
Irish control the face-off here. So we'll have to wait and see a little longer for another offensive possession with Cleveland State. Although a quick turnover from the Irish, and Cleveland State building on their momentum. Chance to make it 3 scores in their last 4 possessions. This one dumped off to Brooks. Van Voris. Still searching. Over for Adair. Adair. Couldn't find anything. Shot clock is off. A little over 30 seconds to play. Van Voris, nice dodge. But good defense. Adair. Vikings still looking. This one off the post. Had a good look there, but couldn't convert. Bodies hit the ground. Cleveland State comes away with it. Van Voris, 7 seconds to go. Got to get a shot off. Dodges, 1 second. Gets it off, but is not going to get anywhere near the net. So a good defensive end of the quarter for Notre Dame. From South Bend, it's Notre Dame 19, Cleveland State 6. Fourth quarter coming up next. Welcome back to South Bend, where Notre Dame leads Cleveland State 19-6, but some good signs of life there from Cleveland State at the end of the third quarter. As we take a look at the NEC preseason poll, Cleveland State back in the conference after a brief hiatus and picked to finish second.
Yeah, Coach German is doing a great job with this program. Last year set the most wins in program history. And he's bringing on young talent, too. So Wyatt Robertson there, the sophomore, had an outstanding year for the Vikings last season. You got Hickey as well as a freshman.
We mentioned before, still a young program, just founded in 2017. So Coach German trying to build it, and this is a good test. This is a good measuring stick against a really good Notre Dame team. As this one's deflected away. Got a new goalie in there for Notre Dame, Richie Ardelli. His night is done. It'll be Alex Zepp in there, the senior from Mineola, New York, attended Chaminade High School. Seeing his first game action of the season. This is Austin now. Finding Brooks. Austin, shot. Saved by Zepp. Boy, nice job. Coming in cold off the bench.
Stones them with the shot from Austin.
Austin, a guy that's done some damage so far, so nice job by Zepp.
Again, for goalies, getting those early saves helps. You're seeing the ball, getting confidence, making stops.
Now the Irish have it offensively. Been a solid night for Notre Dame offensively. See if that continues. There's a nice dodge, can't find anything. Irish still possessing here, 20 seconds on the shot clock. Trying to find themselves a good look. Ten on the shot clock now. Notre Dame looking, this pass sails high and will go with Cleveland State.
Nice defensive stand there for Cleveland State. And you'd like to see him pick up on that momentum that they had. Scoring a few goals, inverting those middies.
Had a nice shot last time down, but nice save by Zepp. So we'll see if they can get another quality look here. Van Voris. It's been this line that's done some damage. The two Van Vorises and Adair. There's a nice move, but some good defense back there. That's Thomas Perrell that was defending that time. Zepp picks this one up. This a long pass back to the near side. Here come the Irish into the Cleveland State half. Looking to have a more fruitful offensive possession than they did the last time down.
The Irish won't be in any hurry with this lead. They'll want to make sure they take up time, use the shot clock, not force anything.
We'll see what they're able to generate late in the shot clock here. Content just to work it around for now. So here's a shot, but some nice defense there to deflect that one. And it'll be Cleveland State ball.
And you got to love the hustle by Dalem. Backs up the shot, saw there's no attackman there, and another defensive stand.
Big reaction from his teammates on the bench, clearly appreciating his effort there. As here's Austin working his way into the Irish half with some pace. Hickey back for Austin. Austin now. Oh, nice defense there. That was Crow. Now on the outlet, Notre Dame running. Nice pass. Oh, couldn't get the finish. Was looking for Richie Ardelli there, but went just high on that sidearm shot.
Great turnover, but Richie Ardelli got a little too cute with it. It's one of those you could finish one-on-one with the goalie, you don't need much to do.
And we'll get a timeout here. The ACC's top 20 teams this year. Notre Dame first, Syracuse second. So a conference with a lot of depth and a conference with a lot of depth at the top.
Exactly. Almost all 5 of them are in the top 10. So that's just a gauntlet of a conference to get through. Next from there, the Ivy League is also going to be a tough conference. Especially when it comes tournament time, we'll see how many teams get bids from both of those conferences.
Here's a nice goal from Notre Dame out of the timeout. That's Vasquez putting that one away. And Notre Dame hits the 20-goal mark.
Vasquez just drives down right down the middle. A slide shows but doesn't come. And because of that, his hands are free to get his first goal.
Jake Vasquez, the midfielder from Larkser, California. Another freshman making an impact today for Notre Dame. As he nets his first career goal. Still a fight for the ground ball here. Eventually taken by Notre Dame. They'll look to run. Lose it though, picked up by Cleveland State. Still a fight for it. And eventually controlled by the Vikings. So some nice life there defensively. Under 10 minutes to play in the fourth quarter now. Cleveland State looking to build on some late momentum here. Get it to Adair. Off for Van Voris. Adair with it. Defended by Gutzwiller. Nice defense there. Ground ball. Scooped up by Notre Dame. That was Wurtelman defending that time. And here comes Notre Dame. Here's a goal from Notre Dame. Gutzwiller puts that one away. And it's 21-6.
The Irish are so effective in unsettled situations. Off the turnover from the defensive end, it's not quite 6-on-6 yet. And 9 and White gets on the scoreboard as well today.
Gutzwiller, the senior midfielder from Del Mar, California, out of Torrey Pines High School. Here's a fight for it. Still loose. No one able to get on top here. And comes up for a procedure penalty. And it'll be Cleveland State possession. Austin. Austin again. Lubrin. Trying to take it out wide. Can't find anything. That was Johnson with it. Now it's back for Lubrin. Over for Austin. Austin lost the ball. Nearly scooped up by the Irish, but Austin collects it back. Here's some nice defense by the Irish. Boy, physical down there near the cage. Here's a shot and a nice save by Zepp again. Doing a nice job in goal there.
Yeah, the Irish defense there was communicating well. A couple times they were in two-man games. They slid off. And then eventually just forcing that shot where Zepp makes the save.
Cleveland State eventually able to get this back, though. So just under 6.5 to go in the fourth quarter. Cleveland State looking to cut into this deficit a little bit. Irish have some younger players, depth pieces into the game right now. Vikings still fighting here offensively. This is Van Voris. Here's a shot, deflected. Zepp collects. This one played out towards the midfield. Not able to be picked up. Contact, but eventually controlled. That was Guyton trying to chase it down. Burrell has it. Burrell, excuse me. Here's a shot, goes high, but we'll stay with Notre Dame.
And we're seeing the Irish really rotate newer players in. And in a game like this for Notre Dame, when you're getting playing time for more guys on your roster, that just gets everyone excited in the locker room. Everyone wants PT and get that in-game experience.
Absolutely, that's what Coach Kevin Corrigan told us was so important, was just working some of these younger players in, some of these newer players in to begin to see what his team's going to look like this season. Notre Dame trying to build the lead here in the fourth quarter. And they do. Another goal for Notre Dame. It's Richie Urdelli again. Doing a nice job to put that one away. 22-6 now with just under 5 minutes to play.
And this time, Richie Urdelli's on the crease where we're used to seeing him. Finds the opening in the space. He frames his stick as well. So that way, you know where to throw the ball. He's showing it to you, and he scores again.
High-level stuff from Richie Urdelli there to set up what looked to be a very, very easy goal. Irish doing a nice job tonight converting on their opportunities and creating those opportunities for themselves. Big fight for this one near the midfield, eventually controlled by Notre Dame. This one played into the defensive zone, now up into the Cleveland State half. Notre Dame, as you said earlier, Brian, trying to run out some clock here offensively.
Yeah, no need to force anything.
And here's another goal for the Irish. Forcing nothing right now, and it's paying dividends. Drew Weinacher puts that one away. His first goal of the game, first one of the season.
Dodges from the outside and really just runs by his defender. Hesitated for a moment, got to the center of the field, and just buries it.
Weinacher, the sophomore midfielder from Bay Village, Ohio, attended St. Ignatius High School. Nice job there, and like you said, just ran by the defender and put a good one on net. So 23-6 now with about 4 minutes to play. Another face-off chance. This one controlled by the Irish. Quickly into Cleveland State territory. A pass off. Weinacher couldn't convert again. Had another good look.
Notre Dame showing they're dangerous again off that face-off X.
Done that a couple times today, and that's something Coach Corrigan told us they're going to try and do this season because they believe their face-off players are gifted offensively as well.
Right, it's not just about winning there and getting off the field. It's about also getting chances to score.
Here's another goal for Notre Dame. Make it 24 on the night. It's Richie Urdelli again around that crease.
Team offense again for the Irish. Richie Urdelli cuts to the ball, leaving his defender behind him. And then with that shovel shot, or that underhand shot, gets his 4th tonight.
4th goal tonight. So number of players filling up the stat sheet for the Irish. Richie Urdelli, Kavanaugh, Taylor. Been a good night offensively for Notre Dame. This one's loose, picked up by Cleveland State. Vikings searching here. Van Voris has it. Excuse me. That was Maibacher. Comes Robertson. Nice spin move. Cleveland State still searching here. Hickey looking. Not able to convert, but it will stay with Cleveland State with 13 on the shot clock, 2:25 to play.
And that's an automatic dodge if you're Hickey. The attacker had a short stick on him, and he had the step. You know he wants that back.
He'll have another chance here, though. Shot clock does reset. Hickey looking. Excuse me, that's Berkey. Hickey with it now at X. Here's a shot, another great save by Zepp. Boy, Alex Zepp showing out here in the late 3rd and early 4th quarter.
He is, again, depth, right? We talked about it. You have 2 solid goalies for the Irish, making another great stand there.
Not something that will be lost on Coach Corrigan, I'm sure. Berkey has it now for the Vikings. We'll get it over to Hickey. Looking for a shot there. This one just tossed out of bounds. Berkey not able to collect it, and Notre Dame can just run out the clock for their first win of the season. Notre Dame just going to try and pass this one around. A solid win here, 24-6. I'm sure there are some things that Coach Kevin Corrigan and the Irish will look to work on, but overall a solid performance for their first time out in several months.
Couldn't agree more. The Vikings kept it close early on, but eventually it just got to be all Irish. And that offensive powerhouse is just too much to handle. And they played well here tonight.
Notre Dame, 8 ranked teams on the schedule this season. Will certainly get harder from here, but an encouraging performance tonight, especially as you mentioned offensively. This is as Burlace controls it. Under 5 seconds, he will just continue to keep it out of Cleveland State possession here, and that's it. Notre Dame moves to 1-0 on the first step of their 2025 season. Cleveland State falling to 0-2, a dominant 24-6 performance. For our producer, Nathan Bush, our director,